Just 2 years ago, the Christian brothers were asked to manage another school in the town of Karen, named after Karen Blixen of Out of Africa fame. It's located just outside Nairobi, the Kenyan capital. The school of Embul-bul is jointly funded by the Edmund Rice Foundation, who provide the buildings and individual student sponsorship, and Australian Rotary Clubs, which provide water and sewerage infrastructure. It's a glowing endorsement of this kind of aid and the resilience of the African people.
The story of Embul-bul was originally a feeding program for kids that were roundabout. Then it became a primary school, and then it's progressed slowly into a secondary school as well.
We started off with an earthen floor. It's just a few desks, a tin roof, and when it was cold, it was really cold.
This is one of our original 2 classrooms used in 2004. It's large, it's dusty, it's primitive, and it was used by us until 2 or 3 weeks ago. The usual method of cleaning the room was to pour water on it so that the dust levels during the day would be tolerable. The contrast between these primitive conditions and the new building that we are moving into could hardly be more startling. This is our new kitchen. It will be opened officially next Monday when the students move down here. We are using gas rather than wood. It's a dramatic improvement on the open-air kitchen up above.
Rotary's motto is service above self, so we look beyond ourselves.
Because that's the integral part for Rotary. It's that relationship that you can work together, and then doing matching grants, you demonstrate that.
Karen Rotary Club has become a sister club of ours. It's a great leveraging of resources and also skills and abilities.
When we started designing this project, we had no idea where we would get funding for it. When I see what people do to raise the funds, it's like another very big activity that's happening that we're not quite aware of.
The boys at school were very good at taking up a cause. Our first walkathon raised $30,000, and with that we bought science equipment for the school and books and pencils and all sorts of basic sort of stuff that they didn't have.
The schools are very important to the foundation.
The fundraising in its simplest form is an expectation that every boy raise at least $30.
I always believe that there is hope for anyone, especially in countries such as Africa. Even just a small village, to get them food, provide medical aid, it could still make a difference.
Education is a key because many young people who are the leaders of tomorrow get exposed to important issues.
One of my most difficult responsibilities was to go into class with a list on Monday morning and ask students to pack their bags and be gone until the fees were settled. You must understand that the setup of education here is such that if you're not having your school fees taken care of by the government, then it simply means that I cannot keep you in class if you have not paid any money, because I've got to give you books, I must feed you at lunchtime. That has changed drastically. Students walk in knowing that I don't have to go home. If we're going to discuss money, it's going to be for something else. So in that respect, students have the confidence that I can come to school and concentrate, and I don't have to be involved in discussions of where is the money going to come from.
We are having 130 orphans in the area, Embul-bul village. 11 of them, they can't get even 1 meal a day. That's why we give them a space in the primary school so that they can get lunch there, just 1 meal per day.
I've seen a lot of changes. There are a lot of students who are enrolling in the school. Initially, there were not many. We were up to 3 level, that is Form 1, Form 2, and Form 3. But now we have gone up to Form 4.
Education like this is really vital to empower the youth. You can see in Kenya, and I believe in most parts of Africa, without education, one can go nowhere.
I have learned to become a confident person. In my former school, I could not have addressed anyone. because I feared people. I had low esteem, but because of the counseling in the school and the more we socialize in the school, I've gained some confidence.
We've got a passion for dealing with the local kids. We've got a passion for dealing with the kids who are disadvantaged. And this is going to be a really, really good school in a really, really disadvantaged area.
These kids now believe that they're as good as anyone else.
I could easily make this an elite school. With these sort of facilities, if we wanted to move up market charge fees, but it would be a travesty of what we're on about. This is going to be a quality school for the local children, and we're going to make damn sure that it works that way.